We have covered the commitment of Kentucky's latest recruit commitment, Braydon Hawthorne. The rise for him from basically being a completely unranked prospect outside the top 100 into a consensus top 35 player in the 2025 class. His game is fun. There's a lot of upside. We've talked about this at length. It's a great get from Mark Pope. Well, now Braydon Hawthorne has given a full length interview. He appeared on the Wired to the Game podcast, where he talked through his entire rise, how he ended up at Kentucky, what his relationship with Mark Pope has been like. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here. Encourage everybody to go listen to it. But one of the moments he really singles out was when he beat Jasper Johnson's team in a game where they played Huntington Prep last year, and it was a 1 point game, and there are a bunch of coaches there to watch Jasper, obviously. And Braydon Hawthorne said that Mark Pope was the only coach that was in the gym to watch him, and that stuck with him as time went on. Like, Pope just put in the work early. There was a relationship there. What a people person he is. It's pretty cool to hear more evidence that Mark Pope is just a great person, and that's been a shining part of all of Kentucky's recruitments with him at the helm. But there was a moment in this pivoted from how did you get here into like, okay, what's next? And the question was posed to him of, what's on your list here? What's your goals at Kentucky? And Braydon Hawthorne responded and said, quote, "We're going to win that national championship. That's the goal. We're going to win that national championship," says four-star recruit Braydon Hawthorne. Do you like this boldness from Kentucky's new commit, putting that on record before he gets in the facility even?
What's the phrase like you cash checks that you write checks that your mouth can't? What is it? Something like that. Something about you writing checks you can't cash or something.
Your mouth writing checks that your brain can't cash, something. I don't know.
He's making predictions on a team that he might not play on. That's what I don't really. He's setting others up on the team. Like I'm all for confidence, and that should be the goal. I guess don't let me look at this in a negative light. I like it in the grand scheme of things. I like it. Like that's what
Do
you should.
you?
That's what you should strive for. You should strive to win a national championship. You should have that confidence. Um, I'm the first one to come on here and be like, F that humble noise. Like if you feel like you are that type of team, you feel like that type of player, talk that talk. It comes with something though. Now that you said that, just be prepared for what comes with that. And I mean, if the coach himself is going to things and saying that they're a national championship program and that's what they're striving for, it's good that the players on the same page of that. It's just, I like Braden Hawthorne as a prospect more than a player at this point. And I think if things are going well for Kentucky and they are winning a national championship, that Braden Hawthorne isn't very much of a factor in that.
Okay. I disagree with you on Hawthorne's future. I think he's going to be an awesome piece for this team, possibly very quickly. So
I think
that's
no,
fine.
I think he will be an awesome piece, just not this year.
Okay, I think it could happen this year, but at some point he's going to be a very good on-court player. Is my take on Braden Hawthorne. I love the kid's game. This is an interesting one for me because I listened to the interview and it's great. Like, it's hard not to love this kid listening to him. Truly, he is sort of this infectious personality, really well spoken. His rise, his entire story of how he got here, and his dream, really, that he gets to live out now going to Kentucky, is like one of the cooler recruiting stories that I've ever really heard. And I simultaneously love all of that and love him and am rooting really hard for him while also being like, we didn't need to say that. you
Mm,
know? Um,
we could have
and I
stopped.
get you're like this is something you would do if you were a player, obviously. So like you being like, yeah, you know what? I kind of love screw the humility. Who cares? That's fine and entertaining and good. I would have had no problem with it if his framing was, oh, well, like I came here to win a natty. I want to win a natty, right? Everybody says that. That's the goal. When you flip that into we're going to win the natty, that's where I'm like, whoa, whoa. And I know I'm like semantic nitpicking here, but it's kind of like the D Wade interview. Did you see he did the part of my take thing this week?
Yeah, I did.
And there's the clip of him where they ask him, like, what were you thinking when LeBron was at the podium in the team kickoff event saying, oh, not five, not six, not seven. And D-Wade was like, I hated that shit. I was like, dog, what are you doing? I wanted to put my head in my shirt. And I'm just picturing, like, as Braden Hawthorne says, like, oh, yeah, we're going to win the Natty.
Mm.
Like, is Otega away and Mark Pope sitting there like, dog, what are you doing? Like, you might redshirt. Don't put that on me. Don't put that type of pressure on me right now, because that's a crazy move for a kid that isn't gonna be a featured player to come in on some "we're gonna win the Natty" thing. You know?
Yeah, and it's just like, look, you can be confident, and I say this because I'm looking at this other side. Because at the same time of that, I love this. There is like just a little bit of like I haven't even put on a jersey or I haven't done anything yet. And he could have even used a different word. He'd be like, I mean, I want to win a national championship. I want to win one. That'd be the goal. That'd be great to do it for Kentucky. And that's why I'm going there. I hope we get to that point. That's what I think everyone should be striving for. Not a, yeah, wait, we're going to win this. This is ours.
At the same time, do you respect the confidence?
I'll always respect the confidence. Yeah. But I'll also be the first person there to respond to your confidence when we revisit this like a month or two from now or during the season.
Right. It kind of just gives the trolls a lot of ammo. Like I'm trying to envision if like the 14th guy on Louisville was doing interviews saying we're gonna win it all.
Yeah, like look, Aaliyah Khalifa's not saying anything about this.
And like wouldn't Kentucky fans and all of us just be like, look how stupid that is? Like now maybe it's not stupid because it's Kentucky though, because like you should dream big at Kentucky.
Yeah, but like to your point though, if this was any other player team, I think Kentucky fans would be very critical of it.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Let's say hypothetically Braden Hawthorne plays 4 years at Kentucky. Do they win a national championship while he's there? Do they fulfill this prophecy?
I do think Mark Pope gets one. I don't know if he gets one in that quick of a time frame.
Okay. I think if he gets one, it might be within that time frame.
If he gets one, he's recruiting over Braden Hawthorne
I don't think that's true. I believe in this kid a lot. I think he's going to be very, very good 1 to 2 years from now
at Kentucky.
at Kentucky. Screw it. They are going to win the Natty. I'm in. I think it's just my love for this kid. Now I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
Woohoo!
I stand with Hawthorne.